If you're a business and you feel like you are not getting the leads that you need to keep revenue predictable, let's talk today. Welcome to Office Hours. My name is Gabby Starnes. If you're new here, welcome to the crew, because Office Hours is that place where marketing becomes normal, simple, and something that actually relieves you of your anxiety as a business or organization owner and takes away the unpredictability of revenue. Now, let's just be honest. We all know that when revenue is not predictable, it is terrifying. You have anxiety to a certain degree, and then you're also making decisions that you wouldn't normally make if you knew exactly where your predictable revenue, keyword predictable, and then amazing word revenue is coming from. So let's talk today about how to generate leads, what that looks like. There's a million things you can do. And if you are in the marketing space or even running your business for a while, you know that people are telling you to probably be posting on social media 3 to 5 times a day. I heard someone doing it 3 times a day, which that does work. And I'm here for it. But what happens when you don't have enough time to be doing social media, a newsletter, and ads, all these things all on your own? I get it. I am also the marketing girly that's like, hey, let's do the full strategy and let's really blast this thing off. But if you don't have that kind of time, we need one thing that works really, really well that you can do right now. So let's talk about that. Today, I want to bring up, let me get my screen recording here if you're on YouTube. I want to bring up a really cool example of this. Hardscape Construction. Let's talk about them. Jared Muck, amazing man here in Kansas City. He, actually, I think Kelly on our team, one of our BDRs, she found, Jared, and then they got to talking and he was like, I need a website. First things first, let's talk about how Jared needed a website. The reality is that Jared's website, it was hard to read, and he knows this or he wouldn't have asked for a new one. It was hard to read, and it was just really, really tough. Let me see, I have his website up here if you're on YouTube. It was really, really tough to get the vibe of who he is as a business, Hardscape Construction, and what they're actually doing. His website was a little tough to navigate, hard to read. The hero images weren't really vibing with the text well, so it was hard to get a glimpse of okay, this is what's happening. The pictures didn't reflect his work because Hardscape Construction, they do luxury hardscapes. And what that means is they work with, home owners that actually have the money to put down hundreds of thousands of dollars on their projects. So Hardscape's problem wasn't that they weren't good at what they were doing. It's just that they didn't have visibility into the work that was happening. They didn't have a website that could reflect it, and they didn't have people on the website. I know if you're a business owner, a lot of us go through that time where we're thinking, is it me that's just not good? Because other people are out here and they're just killing it, or at least it feels that way. Or what is the problem if it isn't me? I'm just here to tell you, it's not you. I mean, as a marketer who owns a marketing agency, I'm a strategist at heart, but I own an agency, so I understand. And then I'm also a musician. I have 3 guitars right here on my right side. I have seen people that just, it feels like they're doing better than me because they're just getting the visibility that I've always longed for. Until I started getting that visibility and I go, oh, actually they're not necessarily better than me, but they're just getting the visibility that I've been longing for. And hey, you don't necessarily need to be better. Sometimes visibility is all you need. So just keeping that real. So also, let's just disclaimer, if you're not good at what you do and people are telling you, or you also just kind of know off the cusp that you're not good at what you do, or you're not up to par or the level that you should be, please go fix that before you keep putting yourself out there, because you don't want to hurt your reputation. So disclaimer, I'm not telling you to not be good at what you do. I'm telling you, you might not need to get better. You might actually be at a great point to where you just need more visibility. So let's talk about that. So right now I have Hardscape's website up. Hardscape, like I said, does luxury pools, elevated designs, just like the website says. And I love that because when the website, originally, before we came in, my team and I at Helps Too, and fixed it up and did the design. And I started as a designer, you guys, in the industry, so I have a good grid for design, what works well, user, just interfacing and experience. It really should be simple. And if you want an elevated design, simplicity is gonna be your best friend. So this for Hardscape Construction is simple. We really honed in on their color palette, which is mainly black, white, and I think a little bit of gray and some orange. And so we honed in on that. And then we wanted it to look just easy to read and easy to navigate. And I think it comes across really clearly, especially when you land. You can see this hero section. It's showing us pictures of what Hardscape does. At the same time, it says luxury pools, elevated design. So like, you know, immediately, oh, they're building like pools and like designing backyards. Like they're a hardscape company. That's really cool. Most people don't use the word hardscape, but like that's what they use internally. So track with me. So once the design was done, then we went into let's build a good lead strategy. Now I'm going to be honest, Jared kind of gave me a hard time. He was like, I don't know if SEO is going to work for me, but let's just celebrate. It's been a little less than a year and Jared is now getting anywhere from 1 to 3 leads a week, right? Like luxury leads. Now, if he was a med spa, I would say that's not enough, but he's a luxury provider of services. So, you know, people are spending anywhere from sometimes like $60K, which is really on the low end for a project. But like he's really in the range of 100 to like $500K when it comes to securing a project and what that family or organization will pay to have him come out and do his work. So I just want to say 1 to 3 leads is like a lot of money for his business. That's really good. That's what we want. Okay. So lately that's what has been happening. And in fact, I could show you guys right now. We got an email today saying that he got a new lead from someone in Kansas City and they want him to come out and he's going out on Friday. And I just keep messaging him back and saying, remember when you thought SEO wouldn't work? It's working. How do you like it? And so it just takes some time to compound. So let's talk about his lead strategy that's helping him generate leads. It is SEO, but I want to just give you the game in less than 20 minutes, okay? What you can do right now, if you do not have a lead strategy, you can do this. So when Jared came to us, we rebuilt the website, like I said, but then immediately we started implementing SEO. We wanted to make sure that his homepage ranked for pool installation Kansas City because that is just one of the most lucrative keywords that he could rank for. And then also I think it just like gives a good idea into his business. Like it just kind of like, oh, he's like not just a pool installation company, but like primarily a pool installation company in Kansas City. So his homepage ranks for that. But then after that, we wanted to start building out his service pages. And this is where your strategy can come in. If you have a good website, number one, make sure the design is really simple, easy to use, easy to understand. Once you do that, you are ready for a foundational SEO strategy that's going to bring in leads if you let it compound, and you're going to be really happy because you can kind of walk away, not forever, but like for a long time and still be getting leads, and it keeps compounding. And if you were to do this, like we did for Jared, just really quickly, 2 to 3 pieces of content on our starter plan a month. That's it. It wasn't crazy. Guys, it wasn't like 12 pieces of content. It wasn't, no. But they were very strategic. They were well researched. So we started with his services, like you should start with yours, or like whatever you're selling, your products. Go find the keywords that are actually having people search them. So when I say that, I mean like really quickly, if you're looking at the screen here on YouTube, if you're on the podcast, I'm so sorry you can't see, but you can see his services, full pool installation. That is a keyword phrase that is actively being searched for in Kansas City. Hundreds of people a month are searching for that. So we want that keyword. Let's go ahead and look at the page. We want that keyword to be in the slug of the page, like the URL of the page. We want that keyword to be in the title of the page. So here you go, pool installation in Kansas City. That is basically what that keyword is. And you can see it right here in the slug, pool installation Kansas City. The H1, which is his title, your go-to company for expert pool installation in Kansas City. So pool installation in Kansas City, that's the primary keyword phrase that we want this service page ranking for. And then from there, we do look at some auxiliary keywords, some secondary keywords that are very much related that would actually also be on this page. And I think I actually pulled up his SEO plan just so we could see. Okay, so here we go. Right here, row 3, if you're on YouTube with me, you can see it's a service page. The title of the page is Expert Pool Installation in Kansas City. And then the primary keyword is pool installation Kansas City. And then a secondary keyword, and that has 30 people searching for it a month. 30 is a lot of people in the luxury space, guys. If we could just convert 3, that's like 500 to $1 million, 500K to $1 million. Like that's crazy. And so secondary keyword, pool installation near me, 50 people are searching for that. Pool builder Kansas City, 50 people are searching for that every month. Pool installer Kansas City, 10 people. So I usually go no more than 5 keywords per page because you just want to be able to get these ranking. You don't want to overdo it and then not have your primary keyword ranking. So primary keyword, you want to make sure it is definitely throughout. Like if I search right now, pool installation, in Kansas City, you're going to see it about 3 times within this. I would say, don't overdo it, but 3 to 6, maybe even 10, if it's really long times, is enough for Google when you go to index this page to figure out that that's what this page is about. And when someone searches for it on Google, because you have let Google know that that's what your page is about, it's going to come up in those search engine rankings. So that's what we did with this. And then the other keywords are littered in here too. And then after this was written, I went ahead and I indexed it in Google for hardscape construction. So how you do that is you sign up for Google Search Console, make sure you have a profile, and that unless you want to wait forever, you just don't know when Google is going to index your page. But if you want to kind of skip ahead of the line and make sure it's a priority for Google, you go ahead and get the link of the page and you put into Google Search Console and you ask Google to index the page. And that is so important. Please do not miss that step. Okay, so step number 1, you want to start with the design of the page. Number 2, you want to start to actually search for keywords. Okay, so let's back up a little bit though. How do you find the right keywords? Because sometimes when I work with business owners, right, like for hardscape construction, you can see, a lot of their services that Jared said he wanted to rank for are like full pool installation, Geonite pool creation, patio installation, Pebble Tech pool surfacing. Some of these are industry terms and some of them are not, but he gave me mostly industry terms because he, guess what, works in the industry. He's on the inside. So you need to make sure that you actually research the keywords that people, users, customers are actually searching for, because you might be surprised to know that some people maybe aren't searching for something the way that you talk about it. So knowing that is going to be really huge for you. So getting that keyword research, a good place to go, you can use our tool that we've created at my company called Foo.ai, Phoo.ai, or I love Ahrefs. Before we created Foo, that was my go-to. So Ahrefs, I'm pretty sure, is what I used to do Jared's research, which you can see here. I have all these different pieces of content, service pages. That's what we started with, and then kind of went into blogs after that. But that's what we used to get him going. And I would say, take all your services, all your products, and you need to do a page on each and every one. Get the keyword research, write the content, make sure the slug is definitely that keyword as well. If it makes sense, you might have to change a little bit, but please just use the keyword if it's good. Make sure the pictures, this picture also is stunning and was just featured in a magazine. If you can see it on YouTube, on his website. And this work is just stunning. Like Hardscape does such a great job. So make sure the pictures, when you upload them to the service pages, the alternative text has the keywords. And just make sure as much as you can without it feeling forced and keyword stuffed, because Google is smart. And it's blind, meaning it only reads text. So if your text looks keyword stuffed, it's gonna know. And it looks like not really user friendly and it's sounding weird, Google can pick up on it quick and it will penalize you for it. So just FYI, you should know that. Also, something that I really recommend before I wrap up this part of how you can have a great lead generation strategy without paying a bunch of money is using FAQs. So if you feel like you can't get a lot of information on the page, use FAQs to get more information. And you can partner with AI to create these pages, you guys. You don't have to sit down and write them out on your own. We partner with AI. I partner with AI. Partner with AI to get some of this done, okay? So FAQs, using them to kind of intersperse the keywords that you want to be ranking for is a brilliant strategy. Also, with the era that we're coming into, where AEO, answer engine optimization for AI platforms, is becoming a bigger and bigger deal, FAQs are chef's kiss. They're the chef's kiss. So number 1, FAQs before AI even started becoming everyone's buzzword. If you would go to Google, like I'm going to show you, let's do, what's a question on this website of Jared's? How long does pool installation take? Let's type that in. How long does pool installation take? And then, okay, now we have AI generated answers that come up in Google and I'm sure in other search engines. But also if you scroll down here, oh, it's not doing it right now. Oh, there it is. It has a section that says people ask. And the people ask section, it says, how long does it typically take to install a pool? And if you have FAQs on your site, along with FAQ schema sounds like a crazy word or phrase, but it really is code that you can get from ChatGPT, Claude, whatever, to help you create that code. But basically tell ChatGPT or Claude, say, hey, I am making a service page. I want it to be ranking for these keywords, and I want some FAQs and FAQ schema. It will help you produce that. The FAQ schema goes in on that page as HTML. This is like the bonus question. For if you're taking the SEO service page lead generation test, this is the bonus question, okay? That schema, that HTML code goes in on your page. So when you index your page in Google Search Console, guys, hello, I'm gonna keep dying on this hill. When you index your page, Google is gonna be able to see that code, and it's gonna know you have FAQs, and it's gonna put you into those FAQ moments and sections in its browser. It is so, it's amazing. It's mind-blowing. So right here, not only do these websites have FAQs, what's beautiful about Google using your FAQs is that it recommends your website. So here's the thing. If your website, right, is like maybe number 17, that means you're on the second page of Google. Most people don't ever go there. Now me, I'm a nerd. I go there because I'm nosy. But most people don't. So maybe you can't get to the first page quick enough, and you'll get there eventually. But if you have FAQ schema, you can get on the first page without needing to necessarily rank for the first page, because a lot of people don't use FAQs and FAQ schema. So when you have FAQs on your page, you get put into that people ask for section, and you are technically on page 1 without having to rank for page 1 yet. It's phenomenal. Guys, this is the strategy that we use for hardscape construction. So I'm almost at my 20-minute mark, and this is really where I want to lay my hat. Get your website, let's review. Get your website design friendly, looking good, user friendly, so that the user can know what you're doing, navigate quickly, and not feel like you are a mystery. Your reputation just only gets reinforced when they're on your website, okay? And number 2, start building out your service pages or your product pages. Do that immediately. Every single thing that you have to offer should have a page with well-researched keywords. 1 primary, and then like maybe 3 or 4 secondary keywords that you're gonna just intersperse throughout the content, okay? And then once you're done with that, make sure you index those pages on Google Search Console. That will bring you leads. It's not gonna happen right away, let me be honest. But the longer you wait, the longer you're gonna have this lead problem. Like when you turn off your ads and your leads aren't there anymore, or when social media is just not working the way you thought it would, and the algorithm's not giving you the kind of juice you thought it would. SEO is so consistent in the sense of if you get this done, this foundational setup done, you can kind of leave it. I see people leave it for years and it just keeps working for them. I don't recommend that because I'm a marketer and I understand the game, because SEO is a competition. So if another company comes up and they start ranking better than you, who is now getting the leads? Them. So you need to just kind of trickle in and do like 1 or 2 pieces a month at least. Now, if you're crazy like me, I do 1 or 2 pieces for my company a week. And listen, we're getting leads. Like some of the best companies in our area are reaching out to me for marketing. And I'm getting companies from other places too, because we're reaching out to education and we're reaching out to local companies. We're reaching out to, ad companies, because we've had great relationships with ad companies, and I come from a huge ad community. And so the list goes on and on of the industries that we love to be found in. But start with your services and products, and then eventually I would go to, if you get the bug and you want to keep going and you want to keep getting more leads, I would do pages for the industries that you serve and how you can help them. And then start doing some AEO content, answering questions that people would search for on an AI platform, so that you come up and you get recommended by AI engines and platforms. That is going to be how you have the simplest lead generation, but most effective lead generation tool that's going to just propel you into incredible relationships. And what I love about this strategy versus like just running ads, I like ads, don't get me wrong, but they're expensive. But like with this SEO, people are searching for you, so you're getting higher quality leads. You're not knocking on their door like an ad is. An ad is disrupting a user's flow. And they might like it, they might not, but if they like it, it's not like they were searching for it. Completely different intent. When someone's searching for you or what you have to offer, they've already usually thought about it, done their research, all of that. So this is what I would do right now if I didn't have a huge marketing team or I didn't have a huge budget, but I needed leads and I needed predictable revenue in the door. This is where it all starts, you guys. So go do this. this office hours session, we're going to close it down. And if you have some marketing you want me to review in real time on this show, Gabby Starnes Office Hours with Gabby Starnes, please, there's a link in the description of this video or podcast. Make sure you submit it and let's review it live for everyone to learn from. I'm never mean or going to degrade your marketing. So if you have social media you want me to review, or a campaign, or a newsletter, or a website, or anything really, put it in the submissions and click that link, submit it. We'll get back to you and we'll get it up and we'll help you grow. We're all about helping someone grow, get their predictable revenue up, and gain the customers that they need and desire. You don't need to be freaking out about revenue. You need to be doing what you're good at. So let's get you there, okay? This is Gabby Starnes. Thank you so much for being with me on Office Hours. I will see you in the next one. All right, bye you guys.